For today's lecture, we will be covering one of the most, or even the most important system in the animal body, which is the reproductive system. I say this as the most important system, particularly because ito yung hinahabol-habol ng mga farmers. They want their livestock to increase in its population because that would mean increase in yield. So that would mean increase in meat, for example, in egg production, or in milk production. So kung sa halaman, gusto natin sila paramihin, ganun din naman sa hayop, gusto rin nating paramihin yung ating kahayupan in order for more yield, therefore resulting to more profit for your farmer. So titignan natin yung mga different anatomical structure of the reproductive system, both for males and females. We are looking at fertilization. We will be looking at parturition or yung panganganak. And finally, we will be looking at lactation or yung pagpapasuso sa mga baby animals ng farm livestock natin. So una-una, pag-usapan natin yung male reproductive system. So the male reproductive system in farm animals is essential, very essential for reproduction and genetic improvement in livestock. Ano nga ba yung functions or importance of the male reproductive system? Unang-una, ang male reproductive system functions the main function of the male reproductive system is the production of the production of sperm cells, which we term as spermatogenesis. Yan yung pinakaunang function niya. The male reproductive system is the one producing the sperm needed during fertilization. At the same time, the male reproductive system controls hormones that is related to sexual characteristics. So for example, it secretes testosterone na siyang nagre-regulate ng reproductive and secondary sexual characteristic of your male animal. So yung usapin ng libido, yung pagiging aggressive in terms of courting its female counterpart, iyan ang isa rin sa mga nire-regulate ng male reproductive system. And of course, the male reproductive system is involved in ejaculation, which is basically the deposition or the delivery system of the sperm to the female reproductive tract. And because of that, ang male reproductive system contributes to the genetics, okay, the genetic distribution or the genetic feature nung magiging offspring ng hayop na ito. So let's see and discuss the major parts or organs of the male reproductive system. Simulan natin sa testes. Okay? Bakit ko sinimulan sa testes? Particularly kasi, ang testes, yan yung primary reproductive organ ng male animal. So, yan yung responsible for sperm production and at the same time for hormone secretion, katulad ng pagsisikret ng testosterone. Particularly, saan nga ba nangyayari ang spermatogenesis? So ano ulit yung spermatogenesis? Simply put, it is the creation of sperm. So sabi natin, ang spermatogenesis ay nangyayari sa testes. Okay? But which specific part? Okay? Ang spermatogenesis occurs specifically on the seminiferous tubule, okay, ng testes. This is where immature sperm cells, we call that spermatogonia, develop into mature sperm or spermatozoa. Another important part of the testes would be your Leydig cells. Leydig cells. Ano ang Leydig cells? These are tubules which produces testosterone. So your Leydig cells is the one producing the testosterone. And another important part of the testes or composition of the testes would be your Sertoli cells. Ito naman yung nagpo-provide ng nourishment, okay? Po-provide ng pagkain and support for the developing sperm. Na kung mapapansin nyo, yung testicle ng hayop ay nakabalot sa scrotum and it is outside of the body. So kapag tatanungin kayo sa exam, ang testis ba or ang testicles ba ay nasa loob or nasa labas ng katawan ng hayop? Ang sagot doon, nasa labas. Ang tanong, bakit nasa labas ang testes ng hayop? Because in order for the sperm to develop properly, dapat yung testes 3 to 5 degrees Celsius cooler than the body temperature. So hindi po pwedeng parehas yung body temperature at yung testes. Kasi kapag parehas yun, mamamatay yung mga sperms na nasa testes. Dapat mas malamig. Mas malamig daw ng around 3 to 5 degrees Celsius cooler, okay, than the body temperature. And paano na-maintain yung ganong klaseng temperature sa loob ng testes? Well, there are several organs involved, katulad na lamang ng cremaster muscle. So this is the organ that contracts to pull the testes closer to the body in cold conditions. Meron din tayong tinatawag na tunica dartos muscle. Yan yung nagko-control ng wrinkling. Okay? Kaya medyo wrinkly ang bayag, and the reason for that is to reduce heat loss. We also have the pampiniform plexus, which is a heat exchange system that cools arterial blood entering the testes. So to make sure na mas mababa yung temperature ng testes as compared to the body temperature. Another important organ of the male reproductive system would be your epididymis. Yung epididymis, yan yung bahay ng mga sperm na nagmamature. Okay? Now, meron kang three sections ang epididymis. We have the caput, we have the corpus, and we have the cauda. Ang caput, yan yung head ng epididymis. Okay? Yan yung nagre-receive ng immature sperm from the testes. Ang corpus naman, yan yung katawan ng epididymis. Diyan naman, yung sperm becomes mature. Okay? And the cauda, yan yung tail, it thus stores the mature sperm before ejaculation. So caput receives immature sperm, corpus, further maturation, cauda stores mature sperm before ejaculation. So yan yung mga different parts ng epididymis. After the epididymis, we have the vas deferens, or we also call this as the sperm highway. Okay, bakit kaya siya tinawag na highway? Kasi ang vas deferens, this one, ito yung muscular tube na nagtatransport ng sperm from the epididymis papunta sa urethra. Tandaan natin, sa male animals, ang urethra ay both daanan ng ihi at semen. So ang vas deferens, yan yung basically the connecting link between the epididymis and the urethra. Okay? So during ejaculation, basically, kapag lalabasan na yung hayop, nagkakaroon ng peristaltic contraction dito sa vas deferens. Okay? So nagko-contract yan para ma-push yung semen palabas doon sa urethra ng hayop. Another important parts of the male reproductive system would be some accessory glands katulad ng seminal vesicles, prostate gland, and Cowper's gland. Ano-ano ba yung mga function nitong tatlong accessory glands na to? Ang seminal vesicle, basically, yan yung pagkain ng sperm. And what specific substance is kinakain ng sperm? Specifically, fructose. Okay? So, ang seminal vesicle, yan yung nagpo-provide ng fructose doon sa sperm na ginagamit ng sperm as a source of energy. Yung prostate gland naman, yan yung accessory gland that produces alkaline fluid, okay? That produces alkaline fluid na sasama doon sa sperm na magiging part ng semen. So, bakit alkaline fluid? Well, basically, because the female reproductive tract, as we will later on discover, it is acidic. So, dahil acidic siya, may tendency siya na patayin yung sperm cell. Now, to counter that, the prostate gland will now produce this alkaline fluid para pag naipaloob doon sa female reproductive tract yung semen, at least magkakaroon ng neutralization. Okay? Mabubuhay pa rin. Basically, the sperm is shielded from the acidic environment of the female reproductive tract because of these alkaline fluids that the prostate gland has been providing. And finally, we have the Cowper's gland, or we also called it as your bulbourethral glands. Ang pinaka-purpose naman ng Cowper's gland is to secrete mucus na kailangan for lubrication. After your accessory glands, dadako na tayo doon sa obvious na part ng male reproductive system, which is the penis. Okay? Ang penis is responsible for sperm deposition into the female reproductive tract. So ang penis, yan talaga yung kumo-connect. Basically, the connecting organ papunta, okay? Connecting to the female reproductive tract. Sa mga farm animals, specifically bull, boar, and ram, ang type of penis that they have is we call as fibroelastic penis. Fibroelastic. So yan ay for bull, boars, and ram. Ibig sabihin, ang fibroelastic penis ay isang type of penis that is limited in terms of erection. So basically, hindi siya nagkakaroon ng erection similar to how human beings has erection. Nagkakaroon ng erection, yung fibroelastic penis, because of the sigmoid flexure na tinatawag. Okay? And parang ang magpapatigas niya is yung sigmoid flexure, and basically may retractor penis muscle na magpapalambot doon sa penis right after copulation. Okay? Yan yung fibroelastic penis. So there's an organ, isipin nyo na lang, ang fibroelastic penis is a type of penis wherein there is an organ, or there is a part, which is the sigmoid flexure, that makes the penis erect. After that, after copulation, mayroong retractor penis muscle that would retract the penis after copulation. So that's fibroelastic. Ang counterpart ng fibroelastic penis would be your vascular penis. Yan yung penis ng stallion, dog, at ng mga tao. So ang vascular penis naman, walang sigmoid flexure. Okay? Paano natitigasan? Sa vascular penis, tumitigas yung penis because of blood engorgement. So, kapag matitigasan tayo as human beings, as male human beings, kapag sa mga dogs and stallions din, yung pagkakaroon ng erection is because blood flows through the penis. Okay? So, wala tayong sigmoid flexure, hindi katulad sa mga fibroelastic penis ng bulls, boar, and ram. So, sabi natin kanina, ang male reproductive system, aside from it is the main organ for copulation, aside from producing the sperm, it is also important in terms of sex hormone regulation. So titignan natin dito sa next slide. Ano ba yung, how is the male hormone regulated? Okay?
Magtitake ka ba ng licensure exam for agriculturist this year? If yes, I believe my course is for you. Enroll now at Learning Agri Withal modular course by clicking the link below. Ano pang hinihintay mo? Mag-enroll ka na. Samahan kita mag-review. Bye!